Hello and welcome to our unboxing video of PC Power and Cooling Silencer MKIII 1200W power supply. And let's get right to it and see in the box here we can tell that it comes with a 7-year warranty, which is quite impressive actually, and it's got 80+ platinum rating, one of the best out there really. And let's see what we got in the box here. So we see right away the owner's manual and instructions, I assume. Just gives you a general run through of the features. And look at that, OCZ. Because PC Power and Cooling used to be owned by OCZ, not anymore. And we get a nice bag with all the modular cables. And here's one cable, for example, here the SATA, and actually it is the thin cables, which is very nice. It really makes it much easier to organize in the case, takes up less room, less clutter. But one thing that's really different, this power supply still utilizes kind of an old school plug for the modular cables. We don't see these much anymore. Usually it's just the exact same thing as a 6 and 8 pin, but this actually plugs in and then you screw it on and keeps it very secure. It used to be on most of all power supplies, but I like these actually much better, and pretty much all of them are exactly like that. So very nice cable set, all the best features I would want out of the cables anyways. Okay, now it looks like they actually include thumb screws instead of regular screws. That is really nice. We got the power supply itself, looks like. Oh, no. Power cord. Let's take a look at power cord first. Oh, and zip ties. In the same bag. Unexpected. As you can see, the power cord is pretty long, but also super thick. Feels really heavy duty. That will be important, since we got 1200 watts sucking through it. Yeah, it comes in a nice white bag. I won't really say it's great for transporting it, but why would you want to anyways? Just aesthetics. Okay. And here's the power supply itself. It is white in color. And of course we got some of the cables, some of the most important cables aren't modular and already attached to the power supply. And just like I expected, these little plugs for the modular cables come with little plastic caps on them, so dust doesn't get in them. Very nice. Okay, let's do a run through of the specs here. So we have DC output 3.3 volts plus 5 volts, 12 volts, you know, regular thing. But when we have max load on the 12 volt rail, we have 99.5 amps. That is simply massive amount of amps for the 12 volt rail. I think it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in power supplies we have available on the market. And looks like we have 1194 watts available on the 12 volt rail, and some other voltages available on the rest of the power, and the rest of the outputs here, which is great. I mean, you would want just one rail. That is perfect. And not much to say here. Looks very nice. Feels very solid and heavy. Actually, kind of reminds me of the case reminds me of an old school 1200 watt designs by Thermaltake. Well, I'm not sure if it's actually original design by Thermaltake, but the Thermaltake power supplies and all the bigger power supplies looks exactly the same. Looks like it's got 114mm fan for cooling, and this power supply does come with a silent fan function. So if it runs under 600 watts, it's basically fanless. So it's going to be super quiet and doesn't suck up all the dust. Just excellent. Everything you would come to expect from a power supply of such caliber. Let's see what all the cables do we get here. So it looks like on the power supply itself we have the traditional 20+4 pin, and then we actually have two CPU 8-pin, well 4+4, two of those. So it's great for dual CPU motherboards, or a motherboard that has two of these and has one CPU. That's for super overclockers. And we also have two PCI Express 6+8 connectors. Now the modular cables, we get one PCI, two PCI, three, four. So 6+2 PCI Express connectors. You can easily run 4 GPUs on this. And we get two SATA, which come with 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 4. So 8 SATA altogether. Oh, never mind. 12 SATA altogether. That's quite a bit of SATA connections there. And only 4 4-pin MOLX connectors, but that should be sufficient considering that you don't really have to use those for much but fans or some accessories. And also we have old school adapter for the floppy, for the 4-pin. Well, with this power supply you'll be able to power 4 GPUs and just an insane amount of hard drives. So this is perfect for multi-GPU setups or server setups. It is extremely efficient, got great warranty, and it incorporates all the design decisions that I like the silent fan and the secure plugs for the modular cables and the plastic caps to keep it out of dust. Well, let's see. Just make sure we didn't miss anything. Nope. And just so you can recap, that is all you get in the box with that power supply. I love new hardware. You know, the new hardware smell just so amazing. Yes. You know, I'm gonna make some fucking scented candles one day. It's gonna be burnt hardware, new hardware, and well, smoking GTX or something.